tanned for its leather.
Yeah.
Okay.
It all makes sense.
So what if your leather couch had crabs that way?
I am not
Even
convinced that crabs could live through the time that the cow
Well,
was skinned, the leather was tanned, the tanned
right.
leather was crafted into a couch. The
Yeah.
crafted
Okay.
couch was sitting in a Macy's, and
I
then we
understand.
go and purchase the couch from the Macy's,
I understand your
take it
concern,
home,
right?
yeah, and the
But
crabs are
like,
still there.
you know how tapeworm eggs kind of like just
We're not
vibe
talking about
inside the.
tapeworms, we're talking
Well,
about crabs.
this
Stop
is an
changing the
analogy.
insect.
This is an analogy. You know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
like tapeworm eggs kind of like just vibe inside the muscle cells of like animals and stuff?
Not personally,
you
no,
actually
but
got the science right on that one too. Very nice.
Well, like that's what happens with crabs. It just kind of vibes inside the fibers of the leather.
oh, okay, yeah.
Immediately after the comment
Okay.
playing.
Okay. Okay.
Real slam dunk of science right there.
Okay.
Real alley-oop moment.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna learn biology to impress Blake and then just shatter his brain.
You just did it right now.
I'm gonna learn more.
You didn't really answer the question here. The question at hand
Yeah.
here.
What was the question? Well, am I answering the question, or did Steven answer the question?
Steven's answered the question, or I guess
Yeah, I
your
answered.
answer. He did answer
Yeah,
about his with his tapeworm.
yeah, the
analogy.
ball is in your court,
Okay.
and it's a tennis ball, right? But it's got crabs on it.
I hate it
Okay.
here. I hate
I
it
know,
here
but okay.
sometimes.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay.
Especially when
Okay.
Steven does
So-
this shit.
Would crabs be able to survive being hit? Okay, they're on a tennis ball, right?
Okay.
It's on a tennis. Crabs on a tennis ball.
Right.
Would it be able to survive a full-length tennis match and then still infect the cow that becomes the leather couch?
Depends on the actuation force of your gunpowder racket. If you're using
No, we're talking
50
about regulation rackets.
Sorry.
Yeah, regulation tennis rackets.
Depends on
Regulation court.
if the ball boy has been fucked by the ball girl or not.
Okay, but then the tennis ball gets hit by Serena Williams.
Right, but that doesn't matter anymore because if you're on a regulation tennis match, and if the ball boy has crabs and fucks the ball girl who doesn't have crabs, she's gonna give you a ball, and then she's gonna like, you know how they store the balls, right? They gesture
John, are you
under the skirt.
recording this?
Oh yeah.
They gesture under the skirt, but like it's not like a pocket underneath the skirt. It's like it's like a tennis launcher straight out of the coochie. You know,
yeah, the tennis
just
pouch.
like
The tennis
just like
pouch.
yeah. It's like bop, and then like she wipes the slobber off of it, and then just gives it to you.
So I'm not familiar with the tennis pouch. Is that similar to like a kangaroo pouch?
That's what I
The ball boy and girl develop
No.
from gaining the job, or
So
more along the
are
lines
you Are you familiar with the term gumping it?
no, I'm not.
Well,
really
I'm
your
curious.
Life lesson of the day, wasn't it, Steven?
I'm curious. Who is familiar with the term?
I am now. I've been educated by Steven today.
Well, that's when you that's when you fuck a girl who's like borderline retarded, but not really retarded, but it kind of raises an ethical dilemma of if you're taking advantage of her or not.
Enough to where it's questionable. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So like, imagine for a second you kind of bent this girl over before the match,
Okay,
right?
I understand now. Okay, yeah.
It's like you said to her, "Hey, can you look down there?" And she's, "Oh,
Why?
okay."
Why is it gumping it and not like hanking it?
Because it's Forrest Gump.
That you
That
know
was the girl,
he's
That's where it comes from.
Yeah, but like if you're hanking it, that can include. It's like
Like
it's an
you
umbrella
remember the
term,
movie
so it would.
Forrest Gump? Like
Yeah, but if
when
it's
Forrest
hanking it,
kind of like bends over and he's like, "Jenny," and he gets pregnant. You
but
remember that part?
like hanking it can be the umbrella term for all of Tom Hanks' movies. So that can include
No,
like Toy
because
Story
that
and
overlaps with Tim Allen.
God
You have
magic.
what
Let's
movie are they
go.
in together?
Toy Story.
Tim Allen is in
Tim
Toy
Allen's
Story?
Buzz Lightyear.
Oh,
Tom Hanks is Woody.
yeah, I knew
Damn,
that.
I actually did so much damage. If I can actually not
So it
die.
overlaps, and so you can't use hanking it.
Dang.
And so anyway,
So true.
so Blake, did you catch all of that? What's your final consensus here?
I just
I'm so fucking lost.
I'm trying to wrap my head around the tennis pouch still.
Well, it's like you know
That's
how
true. There
like
really
God,
wasn't a
that's-
formal definition on the tennis pouch. He
All
started
right,
getting
all
Is it
right,
like a
big and
all right,
kangaroo
all right,
pouch?
all right.
Like,
This
can
is a
you explain that better?
miscommunication on my part. I'm sorry. So you know those dragon dildos that some girls on Cam Soda play with, right?
Yeah, quite
Uh,
familiar actually.
Yeah, so the width of those things is like the same width as a tennis ball, right?
Okay.
And so,
Not
in
that
order to, and so like, think of it as like, you know those containers those tennis balls come in. It's like the Wilson container, and it
Yeah,
has
the
like
ball
it's a
canister.
cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and
smell
it has
great.
like 3 balls in there. So that's basically what she's shoving. That's what she's shoving into her cooch, right?
So it's
And
not a
so
separate pouch then. She doesn't have
no,
like a.
that's what I'm saying. The
Okay,
crabs.
that's the clarification I was looking for.
How does she get crabs then if she's not putting the tennis ball?
Well, she is putting the tennis ball in there,
No,
just
she's
without
putting
the
the pouch.
cylinder. No, not the pouch.
So
She
does
is the pouch.
the pouch give the tennis ball crabs and then the
No,
crabs?
she is the pouch, Nathan.
metaphorical.
Oh, a metaphorical tennis ball canister. Okay,
Yes.
I understand now. I'm there. I get it. I get it
So
all.
the way you create ball girls is that you gump them after they graduate college, because that's the right thing to do. And then after like 2 years of personal training, right?
They join the Olympics.
They're able to hold, or rather, they're able to contain like 10 tennis balls. It's really incredible. They have a firing rate of I think 6 rounds a minute or something like that, which is really insane. You can even dual fire with ball girls. They're actually kind of cracked.
Kimbo.
Yeah, Kimbo's right.
Steven, have you talked to like any kind of psychiatrist before? Like, have you ever gone in for an evaluation or ever been to like family therapy or something?
Well,
You got a perfect score, actually.
I get an evaluation by talking to all my coworkers at work.
And they give you the validation.
No,
you're looking
I
for,
almost
seems
beat
like.
him, Nathan.
No, they say you need to get checked.
Oh,
And
that's
I say
reassuring.
Unga bunga.
I say maybe you should have been gumped.
Yeah, your parents really should have gumped you before this happened.
Oh, bro, that's kind of rude. That's very, very rude. I don't take
Against
kindly
Steven's
to
religion.
insulting people.
Wow, Steven, that's so wholesome.
Wow, that is that. Yeah,
Now subhumans
White
I don't
knight
care
moment.
about.
What falls
Ooh,
under
go into that a
subhumans
little
then,
more.
Steven?
Yeah, go into
Uh,
that a little more.
90% of the human population.
90%.
Yes. So you have people like Blake, right?
Yeah. What about Blake though? Just Blake or
Blake is a non-white sub-Saharan that
Wow.
has infiltrated our society. His family owns
Oh.
every central bank in the entire world. His character traits are a really, really long nose.
It just sounds like Shalom, Steven.
Blake
Oh,
the
that-
friendly merchant.
Well, the thing is, the Shalom Steven is really just avant-garde humor. Because that it just really flew under the radar for Blake. He just didn't know that it was
Avant-garde.
it was
humor.
just
it's far deeper
was-
than that.
it was just a complete mockery of him. Don't tell him this, by the way. That would be rude.
Oh yeah, never.
Where's this bastard coming from?
I'm still trying
There.
to learn about the 90%.
Oh,
you started with people like Blake.
Yeah.
Is that it?
And then
He
you have people
specifically
like
mentioned non-white.
Chris.
Like what about him though? Besides the fact that he's like a perfect human being in every way, shape, and form.
We tried worshiping him, but the media kind of just turned him into this monster of society.
Damn it, Joe Biden.
That's so.
Yeah. He was blamed for raising our gas prices.
Well, no,
But he
that
did.
was him. Like he did do that.
No,
he even
he
said
did
he
not
did
do
that.
that.
He even
No, he
said he
didn't.
did that.
No, he did.
There,
Chris
Steven didn't let
Carmichael?
your press
Chris
release.
Carmichael, yes.
Yeah, he did. He literally
No, he
said he
didn't.
did.
He literally did not. He hasn't been on InfoWars for like 2 years.
You're gonna need to go watch the
You're
recent
gonna-
White
you're gonna-
House State
You're
of the
gonna
Union. Then
you stupid little Rothschild. You need to you need to shut your mouth and go nosy your way back all the way to Central Old Europe.
Central Old.
Yeah, because you're old, just like your last name.
Shit.
God, he just really pegged you, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know how I can come back from that one. I'm gonna be real. That was a pretty low blow. I think you kind of went too far that time, Steven.
I disagree.
If anything, I don't know if Steven
Steven
went far enough.
are the enemy of the human population. Blinded by greed and worshipping the cockroach king.
But anyways, besides Chris being a perfect human being and this argument about Chris potentially raising the gas prices intentionally or non-intentionally, what makes him why do you use him as an example?
Because of his perfect Roman nose.
It is
straight,
perfect.
It's straight, just like his sexuality, and is a clear indication of his pure, honest self.
Pure honest self.
Yes.
Is this like the new Aryan trait?
No, he doesn't breathe air.
Fair. That's a good point.
Yeah, his child will never have that nose. It can only pray.
Can only pray.
Yeah.
What is it praying for, Lawson? Tell me this. Nothing.
I am very focused right now.
This is
I'm
an
gonna-
online game, John.
I think I'm gonna wait for the next Steven press release and probably go to bed now.
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
I'm
Good
gonna
night,
go to
Steven.
bed.
I'll
Good
look
night.
forward to your next State of the Union.
Okay.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
You really broke that, man.
He was already broken.
And so there is the jelly bean conspiracy, right?
Was this before or after the big Pez issue that was going on?
This was a little bit after
Okay.
because if you remember Big Pez,
Yeah, yeah.
that was a propagated proxy war by Big Candy. And what that caused was essentially it was a monopoly, a gigantic corporate takeover of the central United States where jawbreakers hit the inner city like crack did in the 80s. And everybody started developing diabetes. And so the only way to get rid of it was to pay these exorbitant prices for insulin, which was
I
like at
did
the
it,
time
Nathan!
$600 or so, right?
Sick.
And so what propagated from that was
thank
a
God I
bunch of
went
proxy
magic.
proxy wars to fuel the war economy, so that the United States could keep up with the rise in demand of the insulin prices. And so all of the youth started going to war in Afghanistan, where they keep all of the
All the
all the
jawbreakers.
Jews, and all of the old people started dying and stuff, right? And by the time the war ended in I think it was 2007-ish.
God, I hate him.
I
hate Steven.
a lot of the war
I
just
hate
kind of just
Steven.
destroyed the United States economy and the inner family structure. There was basically nothing to come back to. And so you had after the Big Prez incident, you had the
I want Steven to write textbooks,
I don't
and
remember.
all of them need to be
I
as
kind of just
perfect.
forgot. I kind of forgot.
They
what the
need to
war
be
I was coming up
perfectly kept, so that way, in the future, when someone finds them, it's a contrarian belief to what all other textbooks say. Just that way, they have Steven's point and then the actual point.
I absolutely agree. But anyways,
It would fuck up generations to come.
It really would be beautiful. But anyways, Steven, it was the jelly bean incident.
Oh yeah, the jelly bean incident. So
this is like this is post 2007. So like, when is this?
Yeah, post 2007, you have subprime mortgages that were included, and basically the A-lister bonds, right? And because of these high, how do I describe it? These bonds were filled with literally just garbage, subprime mortgages, which is basically worthless. And they were essentially just printing cash on the entire jelly bean crisis, right? So like the more jelly beans you mortgage, the more you can make money from the big banks. And so all of these brokers were basically taking advantage of a middle and lower class immigrants, and just saying, oh, you can have all these jelly beans for such a low price with this mortgage, and the mortgage was complete garbage
Sounds like a steal,
that they were selling them. Yeah, it was actually criminal activity. And so once the mortgages started coming due, no one could pay them because they literally just didn't have the money. They started defaulting. And then eventually all of these bonds started toppling one after another. The C rating, B rating, A rating, AAA rating. And that's how the jelly beans incident kind of unfolded. It's basically a toppling of the jelly bean empire, which was supposedly unfallible. It was unshakable.
All right, good night.
Don't blame him at all. I've heard Steven talk some absolute nonsense, and this takes a cake.
No.
I don't know.
No, see, Steven unmuted me. Woo!
I've had you unmuted this entire time.
I don't know if Steven ever mutes you when he says he mutes you.
I know.
That's why I sent the stupid pictures to John. Just didn't
Oh, is that the
understand.
reason? Okay.
Yes,
I was
because he
wondering
would
why.
see a mute icon.
I mean, like, honestly, I don't think you've ever muted Lawson when you say you muted Lawson. So I just expect that at this point.
True.
Where the